Oi, oi, oi. Welcome back to the channel. What a day for AMC stock. If you've been following along with the channel, man, today was a day, wasn't it? Oh man, I just happened to be live streaming it. It was crazy, the energy, man, and thank you guys all for the support and everything. And you know, I was getting pretty like pumped up and emotional, but when it comes to TA, it's important that you remain stoic, but the emotion was coming from a place of like, normally when I'm analyzing stuff like this and I'm thinking about stuff like this, I'm doing it in private. I don't really share it with people. And now in the past couple months, I've gotten an audience on Twitter and on YouTube. And, you know, I'd say 90+% of it has been very supportive and people that believe in me and it's good. And I don't necessarily want people to trust me when it comes to this stuff, but it's good to have a community of people to share thoughts with and just give my take, give my opinion, and help people learn stuff. That's really what it's about at the end of the day. And so, um, going into today. If you're back at the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I think it's like 80% of the viewers that I've been getting haven't been subscribed, which is pretty normal, especially for like a new channel. Just make sure that you subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss anything. The live stream was so lit, man. We had like 500 viewers for a good portion of the stream. So crazy, such good energy. And it's it what happened today, I didn't expect quite what happened. So let's get into it just so I can quit babbling. But yeah, I just wanted to say, man, thank you guys so much to the people who have been supporting. It's really crazy. I can't believe it. But so this theory that I've been talking about with this potential new bull trend, potential new bull trend, not confirmed, still not confirmed. Basically, it's based on, you have a bunch of touch points down here before the January run. And so it gives you the potential to see, and, basically it be established here, obviously going into October. And then maybe you see more upside. So that then this is our new bull trend, which works better for the top of this and kind of makes it more of a channel, right? Because the previous bull trend that everybody was charting was like this, which eventually turns into a rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. So that would this would always be looming over the head of the stock. Eventually, people would say, oh, it's kind of a fall. It's a rising wedge. So that is a bearish pattern. It's going to end eventually. If you can establish a trend here, on a long-term basis, and not to say that we're just going to like stay in this channel forever, right? Eventually we're going to break this channel. But from a sentiment standpoint, if you can come up here and even if you don't like run tomorrow, right, to $1 million, whatever, even if you can stay in here and trade above this for a while, it's going to establish to most people who aren't paying attention to the stock every day, or maybe people who do pay attention to the stock market in general, they're going to say, well, AMC seems to be holding up here. And just that sentiment alone gives you the fuel that you need for, continued bullish price action. It makes the investment a more sound investment fundamentally, like from fundamentally from a technical standpoint, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, so let's talk about it, right? So today, this morning, and last night, I made a video, and the videos were pretty similar, except the one this morning, I did give some bearish outlook. But generally speaking, for the past 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks, basically since this candle on Twitter at least, I've been talking about how this is a potential bear trap scenario, how we were developing a falling wedge. A number of things. I've been tracking the Fibonacci retracement levels from this level here, right? And this morning in my video, and I believe last night too, they kind of mix together because I kind of just talk, and this kind of stuff just plays in my head 24/7, as you can probably imagine. I think about things like this and business and whatever else. But, this morning I said straight up, like, let's get down here and go to this 786. Let's go to $33.90, $34 type level. Let's get down here and test it. Let's get it done. Because if you don't just hurry up and get it done, then you kind of set the precedent like, okay, we can trade sideways for a little bit, which gives us time to break the trend, which gives us time to lazily break this this falling wedge, right? You don't want that. When you get into one of these really critical moments where you're at a key Fibonacci level, and you're coming to a head on your falling wedge, your reversal pattern, you don't want sideways, because if you get sideways, this starts happening, right? You start getting like all this stuff. And the implications of that, right, from a long-term perspective, again, it goes into buyer and seller confidence is, I don't know, maybe it'll find support down here and that'll be the trend. Maybe it'll find, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't want that to be happening. So that's what I said. I said, let's go down and test it. Let's get it done and then see how bulls react. Well, what do you know? And man, it's such a roller coaster and such an incredible move, right? You go down to the 1 minute chart, and I mean, quite literally, we're sitting here popping off of the wedge, popping off of the potential bull trend that I've been talking about, popping off of the 786 retracement level. If you zoom in here, you see all these lines, everything like that. Just keep in mind the blue line at the bottom is the falling wedge. The big solid white line is the long-term bull trend, and the kind of gray looking line is the Fibonacci level that we had been watching, the 786 retracement. So now, we've gotten our breakout, right? Pretty clear. I mean, this was a rocket ship, dude. So during the stream, I kind of just was like, yeah, I'm going to take a break or whatever. I ran over. I had to use the bathroom. So I was actually taking a poop. And I wasn't watching the stream or anything. I wasn't watching the chart. I was just like watching some fantasy football stuff or something. I thought, let me go take a look. And dude, I'm telling you, I had the live stream going, and it was like I was very zoomed in, right? I was like this. Like, let's get real zoomed in. Real zoomed in. Like, I was like this, basically. And like, I left, and it was like this. Kind of just, okay, yeah, I got plenty of time. Dude, I pull up the stream, and literally, it's just like a rocket ship just out of the screen. And everybody in the chat is like, it's not. You gotta fix it. It's gone. It's flying. So it was a pretty cool moment. Pretty funny. So where do we stand, right? And I was saying this on the stream, right? It's not over. We're not out of the woods. 3803. What do you say? 3803. 2 days ago was, ow, we're at 3803. Ouch, we're at $38. And that's where we are now. That's the reality, right? But from a technical perspective, that feeling of relief and the satisfactory feeling that you have is because we broke out of this pattern. We came up off of this 786 retracement. It's not so much the bull trend. You're not really feeling that yet. You'll feel it later, probably. Maybe in the next few days you'll feel it, because this is pretty aggressive. So you're going to get there, in the next few weeks for sure. We're going to probably be, I think we'll be interacting with this thing again. But where do we sit? Well, we obviously did run down pretty hard off of our peak. At peak here, we hit 4150, which is insane. I mean, dude, the despair in people this morning when it was running down was unreal. It was over. You ask these people, it was over. Not everybody. I know there's gonna be a bunch of people. I'm an ape. I didn't think it was over, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you have this hourly candle here, which is just an absolute blast off bullish engulfing, and then you have this really long wick. And I'm not gonna lie, this hourly candle, not the best. Not the best hourly candle, because you really want to close much closer to the top, because it implies, and look, I've said this to the bearish side before too, right? When you look at a candle like this, right, to the bearish side, clear sign of reversal, right? A reversal of trend is pretty likely. I'm almost positive that this was like my bear trap video, probably the first bear trap video that I made. And now this is kind of the mother of all bear traps, like update. Where do we stand on a breakout? Well, I have mixed emotions. And look, that's not pleasant for me to say. Like, we're sitting on top of the golden pocket, so that's cool. But this does look very reversally, like we're gonna see a little bit of downside here, which is fine. You gotta prove yourself after a move like this, right? You're not just gonna like do this after all this bearish action and just take off and you're just going to the moon forever. And I'll show you an example of this, right? I always love to use previous examples with AMC because it has a similar relationship with itself. Like it just does what it's done. Like it just does historically. Probably has something to do with like algorithms or something, but who am I to say? But anyway, you've had obviously like blast offs like this, and you retrace pretty tough. Big moves like this, right? These are 2 hourly candles in March, and then you come down hard, you cascade down. Man, this is a big move, right? Top of this move is a 30% move up to $11.54. By the way, I made the numbers bigger on the right side, so it's a little bit easier for people to see. Let me know if you like that or not. Anyway, and then right after that, retracement down 20% or so. Not fun, right? So we know it's not over yet. And I think everybody knows that. What I'm looking for from a bullish perspective next few days is I'd say, look, yeah, let's get out our Fibonacci retracement and let's measure this, right? See what we got. All right. So it looks like, I mean, we just got we destroyed the 236 and the 382 ranges here so far. Coming down. Again, this looks reversally to me. And I could be wrong. I'm more than happy to be wrong. I mean, look, I'm long on the stock. I want to be wrong here. But what I think is more likely to happen is you come back down here to this, come down here to this like 0.618, which is 3665, maybe even lower. You do a more temporary 0.786 bounce off. That's a bullish, right? The other thing you got going for you is you got this bull trend that's coming out, creeping out here. So, like, even if you were to go deeper, and look, man, people are going to be hurting if this happens, especially after today. Man, the emotions were so crazy today. But you got to be looking out for this whenever you get these real big pumps like this. But really what you want to be doing is you want to be establishing a higher low, right? And that's what this whole thing has been about. To me, this is wave 1, right? If you're reading this from a bullish perspective, on an Elliott wave, the way that you're reading this right now is you have an ABCDE triangle. And I'll explain what that means. Basically, it's like this. A, B, C, D, E. You could say probably, yeah, this is probably more likely to be your C. This is more likely to be your B, C, D, E. You got to break out, right? Now what this turns into is a wave 1. So how do we calculate where that wave 1, should go? And because it's such a quick move, we got to measure it on a smaller time frame. So we use the same tool we've been using, which if you're familiar with the channel, again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe if you want to learn stuff like this. But use your trend-based fib extension, right? You're hoping right now, if you're a bull, you want to see this is a wave 1, and then you get your retracement. Like I said, you come back, you touch your falling wedge, and that's your wave 2. That's how I see it. So shortly after you get this move down here to probably this 30, let's make it a range. That's easier so that people aren't like, you said it was going to be $35, $36 and a quarter of a penny. It's all about ranges, man. It's not about like exact numbers. If I could do that, man, that would be crazy. Although today was pretty exact. Pretty close. But yeah, so you're kind of looking in this range, or even if you would imagine this is rotated along this this thing, so along the top of the wedge, right? But just a range from like 36 to like 37.50-ish, maybe even lower. Like this box, 35 to 37.50, something like that. I know you guys are like, I don't want to see 35 again. What the hell? We just got... Oh, man. Isn't that funny about this? You can have such a crazy good moment, and then all of a sudden you're just like, wait, it can go down again? Not convenient. So then what you're looking for is you're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? An impulse wave. So boom, boom, boom. Find your support, your retest, and I'll show you an example of this, a recent example. And then you're looking for a strong wave 3, 4, 5, right? This is the type of thing that you're looking for, especially on an explosive move like this. Look, I'd love to say this is guaranteed, it's definitely going to happen, but at the same time, we got to give us a bearish scenario, right? Like, we got to be realistic. So let's see why we got rejected here. Why did we get rejected, right? Well, one thing that I like to do is I like to draw just like a horizontal support resistance line. You can see here, look, we got rejected at this similar level here before, right? 41.70, pretty significant rejection there. We got sent down here as well. So 41.50 seems to be a pretty key level. If you were to scroll back in time, look, you get a rejection here as well back in late August. This is a 5-minute chart too. Get much easier by going to the day chart. Holy smacks, dude. Went all the way back to the beginning of time over here, 2016. Wasn't even born. Key rejection here in July, key rejection here in August, support here in August. Like, this is a key level, 41.50 now. So yeah, we're gonna have to prove ourselves. We got rejected at 41.50. So the mission now is cement higher lows. Oh, also, this is a line that we were talking about. Trend line that I just saw. Remember this? From August 5th, the wick. A few days later, boom, shakalaka, right? Let's take the wedge off, make it a little bit clearer. And that's something. Sheesh, man, it's like TA. It's almost like it works on this thing. Crazy. Yeah, man. So I'd say that's about it. What you're looking for, man, is come back, retest your wedge. Right? We had it drawn like this. Yeah, and we're gonna do that in short succession. And by the way, tomorrow is options day. And when I say options day, I mean tomorrow's Friday, which is lately notoriously AMC trades incredibly sideways on Fridays. Usually it opens up with like an initial move. You get a little bit of volatility at the beginning, and then it just like locks in. I remember last Friday, I'm pretty sure it traded like right in the golden pocket. Here, I'll show you. It's kind of funny, like it traded literally in the golden pocket that I had been charting. And I do want to end this video soon, but I just want to show you guys this just to set expectations for tomorrow. I think that going into next week, we're gonna be getting a much better idea of what's actually gonna happen with the stock. But let's go back to Friday right quick, just for you guys who are hanging out. Appreciate you guys, by the way, for watching till the end. Man, I know you guys are like the more loyal people who have been following me and all that stuff, man. Thank you guys so much for the support. Look, you can see here on the 28th, a bunch of trading in the golden pocket. I think was it golden pocket that it traded in Friday? What was the date on Friday? I'm not very smart. 24th, huh? 24. Oh, no, it wasn't the golden pocket. Some sort of ratio. Maybe it was another golden pocket or something. Anyway, whatever. Oh, Dave doesn't know what he's doing. It wasn't the golden pocket. Whatever. Hey, man, look, today I want you to remember today. If you were a part of this and you know had it happen, I want you to remember it. I also want you to interface with it in a realistic way and say, it's not always going to be like this. And nothing is guaranteed in this play. Nothing is guaranteed in any play, right? Just try to remain balanced. Try to remain realistic with yourself and always do what is right for you at the end of the day. Don't do anything because I said it. Don't do anything because anybody else said it. Don't buy and hold or sell or do anything unless it's what you did the research on and you decided was the best thing for you, right? That's my message for today. Again, thank you guys so much for the support, man. It's been crazy. What a crazy, crazy day today was. Oh, man, what an emotional roller coaster. It was wild. But very much a ton of fun. So, yeah, hopefully this video gave you value. If you gained anything from this, if you learned anything, just make sure you slap a like. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you learned. And share this with a friend or somebody who you think would gain from watching this video as well. And yeah, until next time, you can go follow me on Twitter at David Marino Jr. I'll have a link down below for that. And other than that, thank you guys so much, man. Have a good rest of your day. Peace. I called this shit. Don't doubt that shit. I called that shit. 100%. I called it. Y'all have a good one.